And as we mentioned earlier, former Gambian President Yahya Jammeh is in Equatorial Guinea. He bowed down to pressure from the region to recognize his election defeat, and that's according to the regional bloc ECOWAS. The region sent in 7,000 soldiers in and around Gambia on Thursday. They later halted the operation in order to hold more talks with Jammeh. ECOWAS has called its intervention a clean operation. And in coming days, the outcome of events in the Gambia will likely be seen as a triumph for African democracy.
Thank God, up until now it has been a clean operation that permits us to restore hope, democracy, and show that nobody has the right to oppose an election result. The people have spoken. We must listen to the people and follow what they have chosen.
Well, other Gambians have been celebrating Yahya Jammeh's departure. Let's now cross into the country itself and see what's going on there. And I'm joined from Banjul by CGTN's Sonny Methu. Sonny, what's the mood like there right now?
Well, Beatrice, it's a Sunday, so most of Banjul in the streets, it's quite quiet. But here, this is where a lot of activity has been happening. This is the port where most of those who had fled into Senegal are coming through. And we actually came through here last evening and we saw hundreds of people crossing. Just a few minutes ago, we saw a few more hundreds coming in. There were those who were waiting to actually confirm that Yahya Jammeh has left the country. But since President Barrow requested the people to return, there have been many people coming through, and according to the Senegalese government, almost all of them are now back in the country. There's still those in exile in other parts of the world, and those are also, we're hearing, preparing to come back. There is mixed reactions here. Last night when we were coming in, we saw pockets of revelers actually celebrating and enjoying the moment. But later on this morning, we spoke to a few people who are quite apprehensive. They've known this leader for 22 years, and now they do not know what will be with the new president. But as I mentioned earlier, most people are excited, and we're sure tomorrow there will be jubilation in the streets of Banjul. For, as you mentioned, this is a victory for democracy.
Right, Sonny, so Yahya Jammeh has left the country. So with Jammeh gone and President Adama Barrow still in Dakar, who's in charge of the country at the moment?
Well, what we have seen throughout in terms of security, there have been a lot of Senegalese army. These are ECOWAS armed men from Senegal mostly, and some of them from Nigeria. But slowly this is easing out. We have this morning seen Gambian military in a few checkpoints. But what the government spokesman is telling us is that the government and ECOWAS are both actually handling different missions to ensure a smooth transition of power. Right now, the government the head of the Civil Service and Public Works has called on all the arms of government to actually work and cooperate with the new president. And the military also recognizes that their commander-in-chief now is the President Adama Barrow. At the moment, we're waiting for Adama Barrow to come in, select his team, select a vice president. But as we speak, both ECOWAS and the government are working on different missions.
Right, Sonny Methu for us there in Banjul, the capital of the Gambia.